What's happening, folks? Welcome back to episode 4 of Coffee and Combat. Today we're sitting down with another professional MMA fighter who has a perfect record in his amateur and professional career. He's currently on an 11-fight win streak, all fights totaled up, and he was nice enough to invite us into the weight room in his own house today. So, Max, come on in here. Let's down and have a chat.
Yep. Oh,
sound good. Nice one. Thanks for coming. Sound. Well, thanks for letting us come to you, even.
No bother at all.
How's tricks? All good, yeah?
All good, yeah. Just training away for my next fight now in 8 weeks' time on Cage Legacy, 7th of July. So
looking forward to it, yeah. Deadly. So, first up, I just wanted to say you started your MMA, your amateur career, you're 18 years of age.
Yep.
But you were around the sport from a lot younger than that, 13 or 14, I think you said, yeah. What made you get into it at that early age? Who pushed you into it, or how did it come about?
So it came about from me dad, who was kind of playing around with jiu-jitsu at the time. I was always kind of into football, rugby, GAA, but never kind of clicked with any of the sports.
Yeah.
I was really into playing chess when I was younger. So when I kind of went down to the jiu-jitsu gym down in Ashbourne, I think it was Morsegao, Sapo or Checkmate or something like that.
Right, yeah.
I went in and just like that, just clicked.
It was like physical chess.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Made the comparisons. Really liked the idea of, a smaller person being able to learn this trade and being able to take out someone bigger. It just fascinated me when I was younger, So we stuck at it and
got the book. You got the book for it.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Savage, yeah. That just brings your pro debut there last year.
It wasn't.
It was last year.
Last September.
Yeah, build up to that for your pro debut. Obviously, you've done it loads of times as an amateur, but on your pro debut in the Pillow Hotel, the local Ashbourne, basically at your home crowd.
I tell you what, I was actually in
Kilnamanagh.
Sorry.
No, it's not good. The other one was in the Pillow Hotel.
Yeah, that was
That
was the second pro.
The other one was Kilnamanagh. It was in the sports side. Yeah. But like building up to that, then was that like as exactly how you envisioned it in your head? You wanted to get a first round stoppage, like, you know what I mean?
You know what?
Overhand left hook. Did you see it all before you went into it and then jumped up on the cage? What was that feeling like?
Yeah, no. So I'm big into visualization, but as well as that, sometimes a lot of pressure can be built up. For me as a kid, I was always dreaming of a moment like this, even though I've accomplished nothing in the sport. You know, this is just a personal little goal in my thinking about for a very long time. So how I kind of just visualized it and dealt with it is I really just put all me worries, all me anxiety. I just put it on to I'm a bit of a believer in I wouldn't say exactly in God, but I believe that there is
faith, something out there, higher power.
And it's like I know for a fact that if I go in and try my absolute hardest, leave my heart and soul in the gym, I know the performances like that will come,
what you have visioned will it play out.
Exactly. Exactly. And it doesn't matter how it happens, but I know it will happen.
Exactly.
So that's the way I kind of approach all of my fights, because there's always that worry of what if this doesn't work, what if that doesn't work. It's like that's what I'm training for.
Exactly.
I'm training for
cover all bases,
and no matter what happens, I'm going to be comfortable in there. The harder the fights get, the more I'll come into it. You know what I mean? That's how I've approached all fights. I visualised myself. I visualised myself taking them down and submitting them.
Right.
The opposite happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just that you need to be able to, adapt to situations and just,
run with it.
Pounce on a finish.
Get the opportunity. Yeah.
That's what I did in that fight in September.
Yeah.
Great experience.
And when you jumped up on the cage, what was that like?
The emotions was running. To be honest, I get so overwhelmed with the adrenaline, but it's like a lot of the times it's like I don't know what I'm after kind of doing. What I can't really.
You have to look back on video and say, "Geez, I can't even remember that." Yeah,
because it's so in the moment. I know when we landed the left hook, I was actually setting up a kind of like a leaping left hook into a right hand. But the left hook landed and he's up. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, at the time I kind of threw it and I was ready to throw my right hand and I was like, he's already on the deck. So I just, exactly.
Followed it up.
I just jumped on top of him, but it's like even, I don't know, probably the same with a lot of fighters, but after a fight we'd be losing me gum shield. Where's me phone, headphones, where's me jacket, clothes.
Heads up the hole.
Exactly. It's just like, so much after coming out of you, I always lose everything. between all my amateur fights and my pro fights, I think I've probably been through about 6 gunshots. And
Just take
the fitting one's not even the bleeding melt.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fitting
cost the fucking bomb.
I know. So, whatever.
So that was your first 2 opponents. They didn't really last long in there with you, but they were a bit sort of like unorthodox, awkward looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people knew what they're at. They've been training for a certain style or whatever. You're not really training for a certain style. You're training there to win the fight, but when they come out and they're not really like, it's a bit, I've never seen this before in front of me. Like, what's going on here? How did you keep your composure in there and stay calm and get them 2 finishes? Like, what? How is that how you train? Just, I'm ready now in case anything comes in front of me now.
Exactly. It's confidence for me comes within preparation. You know what I mean? It's like, I know they could throw a bleeding grizzly bear and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's
I'm walking out wearing a fur coat.
that's the God honest truth. It's just like, I know every training camp I give absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm satisfied if someone beats me, they're the better man.
Right,
Simple
yeah,
as that.
yeah.
There's
Left all out there.
There's no, you know, I've gone in injured before and fought and I've done all this, and it's the same. If I ever lose, it's going to be simply to a better man. You know what I mean? But like in regards to that, like awkward, unorthodox style, it's just experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like. It's like now where to scratch your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
Won't know
it's just
where it is.
ingrained in you.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember, like if I look back at me first few amateur fights, you can see the nervous energy.
Yeah.
But it's almost
Doesn't look to me there.
I might be more nervous for a hard sparring session down the gym than I would be for a fight.
You're just ready.
You know what I mean? It's just
the nerves are gone.
Once I'm there, it's just that stillness, that kind of that numbness of just going in and doing what
It looked
you need to do.
in them 2 fights. It looked like you were at having 20 pro fights, like, because it was just the pace that he was setting and the 2 of them were setting. It was just mad awkward. But you were just stoic almost. I mean, like sort of like just calm with everything. Like nothing was leading overreaching. Nothing was panicked or anything like that. It was just real calm. Like, so is that like your preferred method? Obviously, that's just the way you fight. But like, is that just come now as they're going forward now? Every single time, it's just getting easier and easier.
Yeah, you know, like I really...
As you said at the start, the amateur fight was the nearest, but
Yeah.
do you notice that progression? It's just getting easier?
Yeah, no, 100%. And as well as that, I think it really came from... I think it was about 5 or 6 amateur fights in, and I just kind of... I never said no or declined the challenge.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was like... when I would kind of... I'd see sometimes you see guys who are like, you know, might have a handy fight or pick a hand. Throughout my amateur career, I never said no to anyone.
Right.
And I think it was like, as soon as that kind of realisation was made within myself of just like, whoever they put in front of you,
I'm going to smash them.
we're going to smash them. You know what I mean? I'm going to go out and I'm going to put on a performance.
Yeah.
And I'll put on a performance, win or lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, for me, it's obviously it is partially about winning, but it's like, I know that I'll go out and entertain.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, it's my style. It's the style that I'm trying to create in the gym. You know what I mean? I'm more of a grappler, but like I'm now coming into it on the feet. You know what I mean?
Getting
It's like
more
I want to
shots.
exactly. I want to finish on the feet. I want to submit people on the ground. I want to make
win with style points. Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
how you go for. In the sport that this is, like, that's how you prove progressing. I mean, you win in style, and your name was mentioned. Everybody's looking at you then, and that's how you progress. Like,
no, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But that's always I never was satisfied with being a good grappler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be a mixed martial art.
Definitely, yeah, and that's what you're in it for. Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So that's we are touched on your amateur career. Obviously, you had to flying. Like, I mean, 9 and 0 as an amateur, 2 and 0 as a pro. That's all unreal. Like, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start. A couple of weeks ago, I was there with Kieran Clark, and he was sort of saying his mindset. Just wanted to see if this is associated with yourself.
Yeah.
He just sees himself now going in, as he said, 0-0 every single fight. He doesn't think about a record. He has to put that to the back of his head. So when he goes in, he just says, I'm 0-0 going to this fight. Would you reckon that's a good attitude to have him? Is that most fighters, or would you agree that?
yeah, no, I'd 100% agree with that, because you're 0-0 against the person you're fighting.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's like records and all that.
They can get you ahead of it.
They can get you ahead. Exactly. I never let it. The amount of times I have faced loss in life, and even on the jiu-jitsu mats,
Yeah.
and the wrestling mats, I've lost so many times.
Yeah.
It is not an unfamiliar feeling.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it's like. It's not a nice feeling.
Right, yeah.
You know, but it's something that every athlete is going to have to deal with.
You have to go through it to go.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I go in with a very similar mindset. Records mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're going in to fight someone, you're 0-0 against that person.
Yeah.
You know, it's anything can happen in the sport, and you just need to prepare yourself.
Like, I suppose the worst thing that you could be doing is like you're training for a fight and you're like, oh, I'm unbeaten records on the line here now and all. That's the worst thing you could be thinking of, obviously.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes people are their worst own enemy.
Yes.
In that type of way, it's like, why put pressure on yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I don't like. I want to say at this point in time, like in my career, you know, so early on, I'm very happy to say I don't really feel too much pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Going
right
in there. I'm so familiar with it, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, when I get to them bigger stages, I might feel, you know, that bit of pressure.
The moment or the occasion.
You know,
probably,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people let the moment take over them.
Yeah.
I work a lot of my mindset to, you know, try to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all human.
You've seen that, you meditate and you do a lot of mindfulness and stuff like that.
I do. I think it's really important. I think your mind has to be the sharpest tool.
Exactly.
Absolutely everything. Our, you know, physique, fitness, whatever. I think you have a strong mind. You're unbeatable.
Yeah,
you know?
the mind goes first, and now they say mind breaks first. Yeah,
that's it. You know, so
yeah,
that's the number one thing. I always try to keep my mind sharp and clear.
Stay grounded and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. You know, and like it's a thing of, you know, I try to stay as humble as possible. You know, I have a lot of self belief in myself. But it's a thing of you don't want to be your worst own enemy that type of way and stacking pressure and, you know, putting little doubts in. You know what I mean? They just need to be clear,
gone.
You know?
And as well as that, when you're saying your dad was the one that was got you basically into it, he started off doing a bit of jiu-jitsu. What's this support system like? You have your mom, your dad, friends, family, the whole lot of them. They're all backing it as well.
Without me, man, dad wouldn't be
doing
where I am now.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, like I was very fortunate from a young age to have them pushing me in sport
to do it
all the time. You know what I mean? No matter what it was, and like all parents, you know, we obviously don't have any kids or anything like that, but it's like you just obviously want your kids to be happy. They see me enter the sport and seeing how much joy and focus it gave me, you know, and they just continue to support me. Like, with competitions.
So important to have, though, isn't it? Like, I mean,
you know,
I don't think anybody could be out there on their own with just nobody helping. I know there is probably the odd person that you see. The likes of like your Sean Strickland's or something like that. He probably came up the opposite way.
100%.
Then you have other people who are just family orientated, surrounded with them. They push them on. You know what I mean? So there is that balance. So sometimes if you need a bit of both, or sometimes they come up different ways. But I think now, especially with the kids, like your own parents and even with your own kids, like I would be like to push them and just support them the whole time, especially in MMA. They need it like that. And understanding as well. You know, it's hard. Like.
Definitely, but it's just I was very fortunate just with my mum and dad, with all the support they gave me, all the like trips they sent me away on, you know, like
all the gear they're getting, you know,
exactly.
before you were able to get it yourself. Yeah, I know myself. And 4 kids myself, so I know they all start asking for gloves and pads and hitting the bollocks down. Santi be busy.
100%.
Yeah.
No, look, it's something that we have a lot of gratitude for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, like I like to sit back and reflect and, you know, reflect on all that gratitude.
Realise how lucky you are, and then,
you know, and then hopefully one day I'll be able to
look after ourselves. Exactly, yeah, of course, yeah. So we seen you out there training away in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
What was that like? It was deadly. There was one question I wanted to ask you. What was the biggest difference between training over there and training here in the gym?
You know what, like, obviously, like, training with the obviously a lot of the guys that are in the, you know, big promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah, you cross paths with them.
Being on the same mats and all as them, training with them, that's great, you know. But I tell you, the one thing that kicked me in the bollocks the first week was the humidity in the place.
Right, yeah.
Great, honestly, great the cardio. Man.
Yeah, I'd say the weight falls off you training over there.
Yeah, no, I was super lean over there, you know. And like I had to start horsing food into me,
right,
so I wouldn't
keep you up.
Keep me up the way, you know what I mean? Because like obviously have a little routine over here of like, you know, in and around what I'd consume in a day to stay lean enough and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to eat that over there.
But with the weight,
But
with
then
the
the
weight.
weight, I was just going down. I was like, I shouldn't be this lean.
Yeah.
This many.
And their portions over there are a lot smaller than ours as well, so you probably have to
tell you what,
double and triple up.
I was living like a king over there in all the Thai restaurants, about 15 quid a day.
Yeah.
Some
It is great. I was there myself. It is. It's savage now.
No, but it was honestly, it was a great experience.
Was there a cultural difference, like, you know, when you go into the gym in the world, like, and I don't really know because I can't really say for myself because I've never gone over there, but was there, when you walked in, did you just get a, right, this is completely different to Ireland, or was it just the exact same, just another MMA gym?
No, to be honest, it's like, when I was over in Thailand, it's a lot more of a, like, community,
Right.
if that makes sense. Now, like, the Georgian and Dutch are in our community.
Like that as well, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was like it was a mixed kind of community, because you get people who are travelling in wanting to see the gym.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And then you get the professional fighters and all the amateur fighters who want to come in for a few weeks and try for.
And then the locals then as well.
You know what I mean? You have a few of the locals there
yeah.
as well. So it was like a mix of like all the three, you know. So that was, look, met all the great people over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Couldn't recommend going away to train more, getting to experience different lifestyles,
Different fighting styles.
Exactly.
Did you notice? Did you think you improved on that? Like, was there anything that you went in and you said, Jesus, I'm going to use that now going home now, that'll improve my game?
Yeah, no, it really, really worked on me, like me wrestling get-ups, and I was training in Bangtown Muay Thai and MMA with the coaches there, George and Frank, two real sound lads.
Yeah.
Worked a bit in me striking with Brad Liddell and the boxing coach that they're after getting in, Conor McBride as well.
Really?
So like that, just picking little pieces from each coach, you know, adding them into the arsenal. It's just, it's the game.
Yeah, exactly. You have
it's
to
the game,
implement
you
it
know,
yourself then, yeah.
and it's not about a place to do it.
Yeah.
You know, in the heat.
Yeah.
Just getting 2-3 sessions in a day. It was
Savage.
great.
Not walk in the morning, none of that. Playing
none of
bollocks.
that.
Yeah.
Getting good sleep, you know.
Go
The
to
only
the
thing
beach
is, though, if anyone has been over to Thailand, you hear them bleeding mosques going off.
Stop. That's down the South Phuket job in the air.
It was like that, getting the AirPods in, put the noise cancellation on them. Yeah, I get back to sleep.
That, and the place is overrun with monkeys as well. They've been robbed as well, they would. But one last thing about Thailand as well. What was John Jones like in real life?
Legend.
Was he?
He was a legend.
What's he like to stand beside a big unit, is he?
Yeah, big unit, man. He was, I couldn't get over the bleeding size.
Yeah.
First thing, real sound, here's my accent, Irish fella and all, grabbing me and all. I'm like, real sound, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I met Volkanovski over there as well.
Did you?
Yeah. He was the exact same, you know what I mean?
100%, like, yeah.
I think, you know, we put these high-level mixed martial artists on pedestals, you know, and for what they've done in the sport.
Yeah.
Then you kind of forget.
They're just a human.
These are people as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They probably like to have a chat and have the banter like
As well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I was talking to both of them, I only talked to John for about 5 minutes.
Right,
And then Volker did a bit of sparring with him and, you know, had a chat with him. And both the lads.
100%. Yeah.
Dead sound.
Well, that's a lot of people probably think, oh yeah, they're going to be a prick. Wouldn't even walk over and talk to them. Like, well, they sort of say in MMA community and boxing as well. Like, people are genuinely like, they're not like.
It's like us, like
They'll answer your questions. They'll help you out, like whatever. If you do go over and ask them, like, he's obviously there. Like, there's probably 100 people running over to him. You know what I mean? But if you do get him in with them, they are alright. Like,
But that's the thing. It's like sometimes, say, and this goes into the kind of mental health part of it. Like you seen Dustin Poirier after his win over Benoit Anthony.
yes,
He's like, everyone was talking about Dustin Poirier, the fighter.
Yeah.
About Dustin Poirier,
the man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The man.
yeah.
And it's just like sometimes, obviously, you get to that pinnacle of the sport where you have all these accolades. Like people recognise if you're
name,
accolades, but they don't recognise
you're a person. Yeah, you're just a name to them, and that's
so
it.
it's like obviously like I was kind of like Jesus, like at the time, this is the first Islam fight when I was trying to fall. I was like pound by pound, and all this, and you talk to him, and you're just kind of relaxed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
You're just
yeah.
like Jesus,
This fella's
sound
fan,
out,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And I think like, you know, talking to people, it's refreshing to see that.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's really refreshing.
Someone that's so successful that's still like that in the air, yeah.
You know, 100%, and those are obviously traits that we'd love to keep.
Of course, going forward is our own,
Forward, you know, when I'm going through me.
You won't ignore me now in fucking few years' time. UFC belt on you. Max, what's the story? Like that, no. Right, these are the questions I always say. This is the questions that I just ask everybody now, just sort of get a feel of it yourself. Like, I mean, tell people if you don't know, you know what I mean? Favourite movie or TV show?
I'm gonna have to go in movie or TV show. I'm gonna go series first. Breaking Bad.
Right, lovely, yeah.
That'd be one of in my top series. And my favorite movie of all time is Snatch.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Guy
Ritchie.
Yeah, brilliant film.
With
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And,
Brad Pitt as a traveller, what?
Yeah.
What a role.
What film? That would be my top two. I'll probably
Yeah.
watch Snatch. I'd say if I was about 100 times.
Yeah, savage film.
Great
Good fighting film as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Great film.
Yeah. Favourite holiday destination?
I say
Phuket. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it right out there, you know.
Even though it was a training holiday, but even when you did get your downtime.
No,
Loved it.
that's what I mean. And even like it's like when I go away on holidays, I'm never not training.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's just
still doing
it's
it.
that instilled in me. You know what I mean?
When was the last time you had a holiday where you weren't actually training? Probably about 12 or something.
Tell you what, I think I went over to Spain with me missus. I remember I took like 4 days off.
Right.
Then by the 5th day, I was just like, start running.
Head wrecked,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I can, and it's not even like a choice. Like I have to train around like that. It's just
Routine.
We get the twitch.
Yeah.
2-3 days off.
Yeah.
Even after a fight, I take the most I've taken off after a fight might be maybe a day or two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Straight back into it.
I always just go straight back into it. I like routine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
routine. So
No harm in that.
Phuket be the
Number one destination.
Number one destination.
Be back over it again, 100%. 100%, yeah.
100% will be.
Right. Favourite takeaway?
And I have to blast this out the park, high one down fingers.
Oh, what a shot. Animal spot. How'd you drive all the way down there for that, would you?
I think.
Yeah, 100%.
All the
yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah. Only had a couple of shoe ash one there. There's about 12 chippers and about 10 Chinese.
I spit up the fingers.
Yeah. It is unreal.
Usually it's like a post-fight tradition.
Yeah.
I'll go down 3-1 with chicken balls, curry sauce.
Nice one.
And that's the post-fight ritual. That's the number one.
We're about 3-1 on Chinese now. Chippers again, laying hiding there. Your walkout song and why?
You know what? I don't actually have a set walkout song at the moment.
Right.
But I've been looking at the Oro Shade of Ahawalya, the Michael Collins.
Yes.
That song.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to, I was a bit into the house music and stuff like that, but
That's just a crowd pleaser, isn't it?
crowd
Yeah.
pleaser.
We want something to get you down.
Myself.
Yeah.
That's an
Irish tune. Yes. Yeah.
war.
You're going into battle.
That's what I'm gonna
Stick
come
with.
out next.
Try and get something like a mix in with something so it'll start off with that. Like,
100%.
yeah.
I just think as well, it's like let's wear the nation with
Exactly,
pride,
yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
So,
Irish people will get up and sing that anyway. I mean, everybody knows that tune well, so
Yeah.
basically still rocking to that anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah, some.
Favourite fighter first, and your favourite fight of all time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go favourite fight first.
Yeah.
Poirier against Dan Hooker in the Apex. If you ever watched that fight, that
Unreal. Had this.
Absolute.
Alex O'Sullivan said the exact same thing.
Did he? Yeah.
Oh, unreal.
No,
we
that
were
is-
saying that in the Apex, you can hear the smacks. It's like a hole getting set off someone's back.
That is by far. Now I watched obviously UFC 300 there a few weeks ago. Gaethje against Holloway.
Holloway.
Right up there
Unreal,
as well.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was a great knock.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to just with the you can hear the blazing noise and the thumps.
It was like a hole getting hit off someone's back or something, wasn't it?
Oh my God!
The boys were all going mad in the country built now.
And my favourite fighter of all time, is John Jones.
Yeah.
John Jones,
The goat.
the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The bad guy, but as you said, is actually all right.
Oh, right. The bad guy, that's all right. Yeah, no, he'd be my favourite fighter.
He's basically undefeated in his whole career. Like that's
He was kind of, when I was doing jiu-jitsu at the time, didn't really have too much interest in MMA.
Yeah.
He was the first, him and Anderson Silva.
That you locked onto.
Fighters that I kind of locked onto. you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Poirier.
It's hard to see him now.
Poirier, sorry,
Jones. It's hard to see now, like, judge him at heavyweight because that fight was really, like, he was only a minute or two with
Yeah, no.
It wasn't really, it was grand for him, but it wasn't really fair to the fans. Like,
Yeah.
and then you're waiting that long to see him at heavyweight, then
Yeah.
just does that. Like, he didn't really break a sweat, you know what I mean? So, it'd be interesting to see now the Out just fight now.
No, 100%. And it's like, I see a few people moaning and complaining you need to defend your title or vacate it and all
He's
that.
done enough.
He can do what he
Do what he
wants.
wants, exactly.
He wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been top of the food chain. He's the youngest UFC champion in history.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Who do you think will win between him and Aspinall?
That's a tough one.
I know there's like a few years in the difference, but like just skill alone, going from Aspinall's run in the UFC, and Jones is obviously career.
You know, I don't know. Like a part of me, the heart says Jones, but the brain says
Aspinall, yeah.
You know what I mean? And simply because this is a young man's game.
Exactly, yeah.
This is a young man's game. You know what I mean? And he is an example of a very rare few. That are still top of the food chain at the age that he's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, the heart would say Jones, but the head would say
Aspinall. Hopefully we get to see it.
No,
it'd be great to see.
It'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
100%.
I think Aspinall now, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just
no.
a heavyweight, like, you know what I mean?
100%. But here's the thing as well, you know, it's like Aspinall against Jones is a great fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's like in MMA, you get them fights that attract more eyes. And in my opinion, a fight that attracts way more eyes than Aspinall against Jones is Pereira against Jones.
Yes, for the first triple champ.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if any fight is to happen, if that Miocic fight doesn't happen, I couldn't see the Aspinall fight happening. I think
they're setting up for that. Yeah.
Pereira goes straight.
Well, he'd be the first ever triple champ in the UFC. But I think we had a little theory there a while ago that we were robbed of a triple champ when McGregor was on his run. Because when he starts the Aldo, he was supposed to originally fight Dos Anjos straight away.
Yeah.
Then Dos Anjos got injured, and then you had the whole Diaz double thing with Diaz.
100%.
Then he came back and he fought Alvarez and beat him.
Yeah.
But the trajectory that he was on at the time, I think he would have bet Dos Anjos. And at the time, Robbie Lawler was the welterweight champion.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, I was thinking in my head when that happened, I was like,
I think it was Tyrone Woodley.
Like, but at the time when they were scheduled to fight, when Dos Anjos McGregor was scheduled, Lawler was still the champ.
Oh, Lawler was,
You get me? So I think, like, you know, at the way he was going, it was like Aldo, Dos Anjos. We think we could have got that if Dos Anjos hadn't been injured.
Yeah, no, 100%. I remember. Lawler gave an interview and all that. No, I do remember.
Yeah. Then Woodley came in and went on a run then anyway, you know what I mean? So
no.
it didn't happen, but unfortunately. But I think we were close at that stage. I remember thinking, like, that could have really happened only by
if he knocks out Chandler, he'll get shot.
Edwards, definitely, 100%.
Because it's...
As you said, it's oils and money, isn't it?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And he sells paper.
Yeah. And they won't have it. They won't have it in Ireland or England. You can guarantee that. Definitely in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right. You said there about post-fight, after post-fight, you get a little Chinese there. Yeah. Any pre-fight rituals?
Pre-fight rituals? Yeah. No, I have a few. And the number one thing that I go through is I actually look at a lot of, like, stoic mindset stuff. You know what I mean? And I read it all just to keep the mind clear.
Yeah.
Fight week, I'm doing a bit of training, a bit of sweating to get the weight off and stuff like that, just staying loose, staying sharp. But everything, it's I train the mind, because it sounds very extreme what I'm about to say, but it's like, I'm honestly going to say this with my whole heart, and I'm prepared to die.
Right.
When I said,
yeah, there you go.
I mean? It's like, I am ready to leave absolutely everything in the cage,
no
matter what type of fight comes at me. And, you know, you don't want to be thinking about that stuff the night before the fight.
Yeah.
So I choose to deal with it the start of the week.
Yeah.
Usually if I'm fighting Saturday or Sunday, usually by about Wednesday, Thursday, that's all up there, and I accept it, you know, and I get on with the weight cut and stuff like that, you know. Getting back to it, I just think that your mind has to be the sharpest thing in the game, you know. And it's you see anyone
that has longevity.
Exactly. It's like it's that mind that
kept them going.
You know? It's nothing else.
Yeah, if you were weak headed, say that. Yeah, you have to do it yourself. Yeah,
you know. So that'd be my pre-fight ritual, and obviously I'm going to say pre-fight ritual. Sergey, my wrestling coach, has been doing this to me. I have the warm-up massage that I get done with him.
Right.
And that's kind of like, everyone has like a switch.
Yeah.
That gets flipped.
Yeah.
And after I get this massage done,
that's like, it.
He fucking slaps me back, he lays, and then it's just boom.
Locked in now. Yeah.
As soon as that happens to me, that's when I know.
Yeah, it's game on then, yeah.
So then
savage, yeah. Right, we're nearly there now, because we already said the fight now. So last question then, Max, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'd like to see myself as happy and content as I am now. And I know that the higher spirit will take care of the rest. You know what I mean? We know my path I know it's a path of dedication and hard work, you know what I mean, but willing to go down that path. In 5 years' time, I'd like to be signed to a major promotion and doing what I'm doing now, exciting people, having big fights.
Yeah, well, no,
You know, continue the path of a martial artist.
savage.
You know,
And no doubt that you will do that, because the way you're going now, there's only one way up there, you know what I mean? So it will happen eventually. As you keep your mind sharp and keep doing what you're doing, I'm sure someone will come in and get you, yeah?
I appreciate it.
Sound. Max, you're a legend. Thanks very
Thank you
much.
so much, my man.
Everybody just, same as usual, like, comment, share this. And if you want to see us talk to anybody else, give us a shout. Let us know underneath this video. Thanks very much.
I'd just like to thank my sponsors, Bourne Transport Services, B&M Installations, Or Kings, Des Kelly Interiors, and Darren Field Electrical. Thanks so much for the support, boys.
Shout out to the lads. Sound. Thanks very much. Sound, yeah, Max. Very well.
Oh, no, legend, my man.